The second job that I've legally had, I was a janitor for a stint. Now, when I was being a janitor, I was also doing the asphalt and seal coating job, and the main reason why I was doing that is because in my brain, the way that things work, and I don't know, it could be incorrect, but the way that I've learned how things work is if you don't have a solidified paper trail of why you're making this amount of money, and even though my paychecks when I was doing the bank cleaning job was nowhere nearly compared to what I was doing, because I was making like maybe $500 if I was lucky, and that's me staying. Because the thing about the cleaning job that I had is it's literally time based. So you literally would get, let's say, one building I'd get 4 hours for, but in realistic time, if I move, I can literally get that job done in roughly about 3 hours, two and a half, 2:45. But I was also working two jobs. Now, not the whole entire time, but at least when was I working both? Pretty sure I got that job in the wintertime. When summer came along, I was like, yeah, I'm not quitting my. No, I'm still doing asphalt and seal coating. The funny thing is, my foreman told me, oh, this is gonna get exhausting and blah this and blah that. It's not like it got exhausting. It's the fact that my foreman just absolutely sucked, and that's the main reason why I quit the job. Like I was 100% fine working under the boss himself, and just because like learning how he worked my first 2 years, I absolutely hated him. I absolutely hated the job. Didn't fucking want to do it. But in the back of my head, I'm thinking I need the fucking green card. I'm fucking young. Nobody's gonna believe me. That oh my god, look at you. You're so fucking young. Why don't you just work for shit that you don't have to go through? Maybe that's why I stopped assuming that every life fits the exact same. Like yes, I am black, and yes, this country has black people. But no, I'm not your nigger. I'm not your slave. I have beef with the French. Supposedly, I don't know. I did some research on my own history. I'm Haitian. I keep forgetting. Every fucking news story is a news story, and news story means new people. That means you don't know shit about me. Assumably, because you might know some shit about me, but how truth is, did you hear it from me, or did you hear it from some third person view? Like, did you hear it from my ass, or did you hear it from my mouth? Because I can speak for myself, just in case you didn't know. And I am so fucking opinionated. Some people will be like, oh fuck this nigga again. Back to the point though. I did that for roughly about starting 16 didn't end until 20, 2016. Not like I was 16, I was actually 18. I graduated high school. And the funny thing is how I got that job was no, I'm thinking of the wrong job. Think of the asphalt seal coating job. The janitor job, I want to say I actually started that one in 2018. I don't know. I don't know why I keep thinking that I had the cleaning job before the janitor job, but I'm pretty sure I fucking had the janitor job. The asphalt and seal coating job. I don't know why I thought I had the asphalt and seal coating job before I had the cleaning job. I honestly am struggling to remember which one was first. Was it the chicken or was it the egg? Fuck, that's a good question. I don't know. I want to say it was the removal company first, not the removal. Fucking, I had all these jobs in my head. I want to say it was an asphalt and seal coating just because I remembered I graduated high school and I needed to get my green card and I wasn't able to get that job on the books without a green card. So therefore, it had to have been the asphalt and seal coating first because I couldn't get the janitor job because it wasn't under the table. The asphalt and seal coating was, and I got into the janitor job through the lady of the house because I don't know how the fuck she found that job, but she was ended up working there, and just because I needed somewhere as well as I needed because I figured technically speaking, I didn't have work experience, but I've always had work experience ever since I was a fucking child, believe it or not. I was fucking helping, assisting with my siblings, as well as carrying quarts of load into the garage and helping stack it, as well as stacking church chairs, as well as setting up events at church and tearing them down, as well as helping the lady of the house with her special needs events. Like, I literally have so much work experience, it's almost fucking retarded. But in my head, I don't think those are work experience. In my head, I'm just like, I've just helped people out. Like, I still have a lot of things that I feel as if I stopped and thought about, I'm overqualified to be in certain positions, but I generally don't care. Hence why I kind of just take whatever job, so long as I can do whatever I want to within that job. Yeah, I don't know. And so long as the paycheck's well enough that I can pay my bills and do whatever the fuck I want to do on top of it, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm not somebody that's like, oh yeah, I need everything, everything. Need. No, I just need enough. I just need enough. I'm not greedy. I just need enough, as well as I need to be entertained while I'm doing whatever the fuck I'm doing. And if I can't get one or the other, and if I can't, like, I need one or the other at the least, but if I can't get both, I'm definitely not staying. If I can't get one or the other, I'm definitely not staying. If I get both, whew, you'll never hear shit from me. I just like peace, being able to enter a flow state when I'm working. And I wouldn't say every single job I was able to enter into a mindset where I'm just like, this ain't even work no more. I'm just coming somewhere and leaving. I would say asphalt and seal coating after like the first two is still wrong job. Because I know I'm supposed to be talking about the janitor job. The janitor job, I will say that helped me get a lot into creepy pasta. I was listening to a lot of those stories, as well as I did just probably start video recording a shit ton more, because I would literally do asphalt and seal coating throughout the day, do that at night, and I'm just like, when do I have time to film? Because literally day to night, I'm fucking filled. 12, 16, 13, 15, 14 hour day asphalt seal coating, 3 to 4 hours to 2 hours at the night, and then so all I have left is, oh, when did you eat? When did you use the restroom? When did you even socialize? Like, if I wasn't socializing at work or in between commute, there was no time for me to socialize when I was in those jobs. I shit you not. I was fucking whoo. I'll tell you what. I also have some blackout stories from that. I'd say around that time was my most socially active, as well as physically active. I know it sounds crazy because I just said I didn't have time to socialize. Now, an average day for me when I was doing both jobs was probably about 17, 18 hours. That would be roughly about 13 to 12 hours working the asphalt and seal coating, as well as, depending if it was a Monday or a Tuesday, because Monday was a 4 hour building, Tuesday was a 2 hour building, Wednesday was the 4 hour building, Thursday was 2 hour building, Friday yet again was the 4 hour building. So depending on that day, and depending on how much energy I have after doing asphalt and seal coating all day, and why I did an asphalt and seal coating, I'm pretty sure I already touched on another video, is broom, 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 broom. And when I say we go this way, 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 this way. Let's say we like start off here, go this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. Now we're here. This way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. Now we're here. This way, this way, this way, this way. Now we're here. This way, this way, this way, this way. Now we're here. It's like, oh yeah, it's just so much back and forth, just move slightly, 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 slightly until we made to the end of the driveway. And I'll tell you what, we've had driveways that were miles. The mile long ones, I am very fortunate. That's all we had to do, aside from maybe like one or two of them, just crack filling, which means if there's no crack there, move on. Which means I don't have to go this way, 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 just to move an inch. I go this way, no crack, okay. This way, okay, crack. This way, okay, no. This way, and it made it a lot faster and more efficient. But not all jobs were just crack filling jobs. So we did crack filling jobs, as well as we did asphalt. Still wrong job either. I guess I like the asphalt and seal coating better than janitor jobs. I can't fucking focus. We also did asphalt and seal coating, which meant I had to use a fucking big old hopper machine and shovel in. And for some reason, it smelled like rice, and I always wanted to eat it, but I always convinced myself not to, even though my brain's like, don't. I swear, sometimes Lyle knew we were high. Don't know why. See if I can focus now on the janitor job. In the janitor job, like, I was definitely underpaid doing both jobs, but I was making straight cash on the table doing asphalt and seal coating. I ain't complaining shit for that. As well as just so much experience, a lot of freedom. So how am I gonna bitch when I could smoke as much weed as I want to? I was getting paid weekly. I was at least making $500 to $600 a week. I was making $500 every 2 weeks doing that other job, the janitor job. So it's just like, yeah, this don't sit right to me. Like it took me 2 weeks to make this. It took me a week to make this, and it's like I say 500 to 600 on the low end. Actually, no, it's probably the average. It's probably the average, $500 to $600 a week. So roughly about 1,000 to 1,200 every 2 weeks. So roughly about $2,000 a month, maybe depending on the month, 3,000, because he will throw in bonuses randomly, depending on what we're doing. As well as he did take us out to eat, typically on Fridays or Sundays. Not Fridays. Well, Saturdays or Sundays, because that's typically he would take us out to eat like the last work day of the week, and we'd get payment there. Or even if it wasn't last work day, we'd literally get payment, dinner, and then come back to work the next day. So like I didn't mind doing asphalt and seal coating once I got into the groove of it and once I realized what the fuck was going on. I didn't mind doing the janitorial job. It just didn't feel like to me. I remember one of the days I was cleaning the trash bins and I just like I saw myself still cleaning that office building. I'm like, yeah, no, me a janitor for no. And I'm not saying that like it's a not a redeemable job. It's just it's not something I want to do. Like I would rather be a fucking dumpster dude. Like I'd rather be driving the dumpster trucks and controlling the arms or be in the back and doing like if I'm being any type of trash removal, I would rather be doing that instead of just like a janitor for fucking banks and office spaces. Or no, I definitely wouldn't want to work for schools. Fuck kids. And I mean like yeah, fuck kids. No, I mean like no, fuck. No. I'd rather be a teacher than a janitor, and that's because they have to respect me, not necessarily either way, but like the stigma that most families give their children about how you have to respect certain uniforms and disrespect certain uniforms. It's just like, yeah, I respect you for who you are. I don't give a fuck what you're wearing. But please, if you're out in society, wear clothes. Unless we're in an orgy room, then, well, your uniform is valid. Either way, there's a time, there's a place, there's a this, there's a that. It's just being aware of, does it apply here? And do they care if it applies? Or it's just, we all make up these fucking rules, but we don't always follow them. That's what bothers me the most. I'm like, I sometimes used to be a stickler for rules, but people be like, not this time. Oh no, not this person. Oh no. And then it's like at this point, I don't give a fuck. Just don't bother me. That's it. That's all I ask for. Don't bother me. Don't bother the people I love. Plain and simple. I don't give a fuck. I can't give a fuck. Because every time I do, it's like, no, not right now. You're doing it wrong. What do you mean I'm doing it wrong? I've already been in this situation before. And I was told because I didn't have any fucking emotion, I should add it. So I did it now, and now, fuck y'all. I'm gonna just do me. Fuck y'all. And I know I didn't really dig too much deep into the fucking janitorial shit, and that's just because I didn't really got much to say about it. But I will tell you about the blackouts. So, when I was working those ridiculous hours, there were some days that wasn't stupid like that. I would have some layover time. I'd hang out with the Bradleys. And I do remember once I was fucking, just smoking, being me. If you know me personally, it's like how much weed does Ethan smoke? Well, he be smoking trees. That's all I know, and that's all you'll ever see. Either way. I got done. I was like, all right, gotta go to work. Went to work, and on my way to work is like literally the second one. The office space that's 2 hours was on my way home, or at least one of the routes I take. Because there's so many different ways to get home. That's one thing that I'm kind of glad I was taught is no more than one way. Even though in most of society they only want you to know this is the only way. And if you do any other way, you're fucking doing it wrong. So do it the right way, or don't do it at all. If the job gets done, isn't it still considered the right way? If the job doesn't get it done, well, if the thing that I did doesn't get the job done, then wouldn't that be considered the wrong way? I'm confused because, like, yeah, it's not how you did it. But I got it done. No, didn't I? And nobody complaining. Nothing is damaged, and it still works. So why y'all bitching? I'm confused. Back to the point. So I just remembered a bunch of fucking smoking, and I remember walking out the door, walking out to my car, and I want to say I took a piss before I left, and I went to work, and it just like felt different. It's like I felt cold after doing this, like whatever, because it was probably like fall time anyways. And I got in the car, fucking turned on the heat because I was fucking cold, and I drove to work as I typically would do. And I get to work and I start cleaning a little bit, and I'm just like overheating, just like fucking feeling like I don't know. I'm just like overheating. I wouldn't say it was hot in there. I just said it's probably like 76, maybe 80. I don't know. It's whatever fucking office temperature is. So office space temperature. So I'm just like, what the fuck? I go outside because it's cooler out there. I'm just thinking to myself, I still gotta get this shit done. So I want to say at some point or another, I may have clocked out early, or no. No, I definitely had a fucking crisis outside. That I do remember. But I went outside, laid on the fucking asphalt. I wouldn't say it's in the middle of the night, but it's probably like 8 or 9 o'clock. Maybe in the middle of the night, because once it hits midnight, it's morning, bitches. It's called midnight, but last time I checked, AM is earlier than PM, and PM is later than AM. So therefore, 11:59 PM is the latest that you can ever stay up, and 12 o'clock AM is the earliest you can wake up. Ooh, you woke up at 1 a.m.? How dare you wake up so late? Nah, bitch, I'm up early. Leave me alone. That's the point. So I remembered laying on the asphalt and just feeling my body, whole entire core temperature cool down. It's like, this feels so nice. I can't guarantee and affirm if I fell asleep on the asphalt for a little bit, but it definitely felt a lot better than trying to do what the fuck I was doing. So, but I also was like, fuck, I'm still at work. So I get up off the asphalt. I might have also puked too when I went out there. It was a rough night. I do remember that. So that's why I'm saying it's a blackout time, because I don't remember exactly all what happened, but it was like one of my worst nights, and I can't remember if it was because I overworked myself, lack of sleep. I'm not gonna blame the weed. Like, I know at this point in my time in existence, when I'm just over smoking, I'm just like greening myself out. But like, it was not the weed. It was just me. Poor fucking life choices, not getting enough sleep, going back to work, probably also not eating, and just like I wasn't taking care of myself, and nobody was really there to ask me, "Hey, what are you doing? What are you not doing?" It's like, yeah, stop. It's my job to worry about me. Worry about yourself. So even if they did, like, that's probably my response. So it's like, you could be caring and considerate towards me, but it's like, hey, fuck off, leave me alone. Only I'm the one. I'm the only one allowed to care about you. You can't care about me. Leave me the fuck alone. So I do remember at least going back in and finishing it up, but what I find hilarious, because I want to say it was like maybe 15, 20 minutes before my supervisor came in. Now, doing that compared to Asphalt and Seal Coat, I was always supervised. That job, my supervisor would drop in wherever the fuck they wanted to. And there was never a notice of it, blah this, blah that. But I do know that there was more times than not I was left alone to do these jobs. So it's just like, did I let her out before making this video? I feel like she'd be bugging me if I didn't. She's outside. My bad. I'll fix it in a second. So literally, I remembered on top of laying on the asphalt and feeling like it was the best feeling ever, but still remembering, fuck, I'm a human. I still have to fucking get work done, or I might lose my fucking position. That's not even valuable to me, but I need currency currently. So I got up. To be honest, I already said that. And at some point or another, I remembered I laid under one of the desks. I don't know, the lights were too much for me. Like, sometimes I become very, very, very light sensitive, which is probably why I should carry sunglasses around with me. But at the same time, I set it down. I don't know where the fuck it is. I put it here and I drop it. I don't know where the fuck it is. I start moving. I don't know where the fuck it is. I start moving. I drop it. I make a note that I dropped it, but forget to go back to pick it up. So now I forgot it. I don't know where it is. So at the same time, I'm like, it's expensive to me, because when you be forgetting everything and nothing's really all that important to me, it's like I do realize what's important. Okay, I need to work so I can make money, so I can get things. Seems pretty basic. Seems pretty basic. You go to work, you make money, and you pay for things. But going to work and being in a bad work environment, also not getting paid enough, as well as not getting enough hours, ooh, now I can't pay for anything, as well as dependent on what my, isn't there like a fucking loan history not loan history, but tenant history, there we go, that's the word I'm looking for. Either way, it sounds simple and broad, but the more I break things down, the more I realize humans are right, humans have issues. You don't have to dislike me, get to know me, and maybe then you can choose. But for the fact that you just saw a version of me, maybe, I don't really know if you know me, but you're gonna say you do just because you saw somebody that looks like me. Stop being so blinded so simply. Pigmentation just be for anybody. Like, it's not my fault. We all different shades of we. Thank you, Facebook, or was it TikTok? I can't remember exactly, but still, it was a stream of social media that helped me figure out that most of the problems that we have are just us being ignorant towards each other. And it's like, hey, I ain't gonna be mad at you until you start swinging on me. You can say where the fuck you want to. I don't hear well. I'm pretty much elderly. Even though I look youthful in my body, I'm pretty old when it comes to acting. I'm just old fashioned. Do what you gotta do, because that's what I do anyways. I don't take most things personal as long as you don't get in my way. The janitor job was a job, but it wasn't really a job for me. And I knew it wasn't a job, but I will admit, kind of like doing asphalt and seal coating, it allowed me to build up more skills and learn what I did and didn't want to do. I wouldn't mind cleaning, but where and how? I kind of am in the janitorial thing now, but it's more of a heavy lifting because now I do donation runs as well as junk removal, as well as I just take things that people don't need. So it's kind of like doing the janitorial job. Except for I don't have to wipe the desk, but I still do. Technically speaking, got to take out the trash. Just different variations of trash, and definitely a lot heavier, as well as way more human interaction because the cleaning job that I used to do, the only other person I'd really have to interact with is there's this one dude at the bank job, which was the 4 hour building, because I never specified what the fuck was what. I just said 4 hour building and 2 hour building. The other building was the office space, so they're actually both office spaces. It's not the same bank anymore, but the office space belonged to this company called, I don't fucking remember because I don't feel like saying it, as well as like I don't know why what the fuck they did. As well as that bank, it was like 3 story. I was on the 3rd floor, and I had to clean all the office spaces as well as the stairwell. I didn't always do the stairwell, but like, it was stupid. Uh, and just had to fucking clean the dust, take out trash, vacuum, and what else? 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 Dust. I didn't really do that much. Yeah, it was it was something to do. Like I knew that, and the ridiculous part is my old man told me when I quit that job that it was beneath me anyways. Or no, he said I was overqualified for that job. I'm like, I know, but like I need something in my fucking records. Technically speaking, I ain't had a fucking job or experience. I don't know how to brag about myself. I don't fucking know what's cool that I do. I just do shit. And sometimes people label, hey, that's cool. Hey, that's creepy. Hey, that's weird. Hey, could you not do that again? Hey, could you show this again? How the fuck did you do that? Hey, could you show them that? Could you do that again? How long have you been able to do that for? And I just don't know what you're going to say when I do something. So at the end of the day, it's like, I'm going to do it because I want to do it. And if I don't want to do it, then pay me. I only do tricks that I don't want to do when somebody pays me a decent amount of money. But even if I don't want to do it and the money is enough, like, yeah, it's a nice price, I still might say fuck you. And that's because autonomy. I am free to be me. I remember what they have told me. I am a free human being. So why the fuck am I letting others think for me? I do realize as long as I keep my hands, feet, and my negative thoughts and opinions to myself, how the fuck could I be the monster they try to paint me to be? Meet me for myself and meet me for who I am. Don't meet me as the person that they describe me to be. You know what? So many of us waste time judging a book by its cover. I've got a couple questions to ask you, and that's enough time for me. What are the questions you're probably wondering? Oh well, let me think them quickly. How do you react to people that don't get you? Are you patient? Are you easily irritated? Like, come on, you fucking idiots! How do you treat people that you dislike? As well as how many chances is enough chances before fucking seems like the right answer? Those are the 3.